Hello, I'm Dr. Casey LaFrance. I wrote the article, AI Integration, Competitive Collaboration with Nonprofits, and I wanted to talk just a little bit about two dimensions of the article. So the first thing is, why should nonprofits consider AI adoption and integration? And it really comes down to resource scarcity, and it comes down to improving workflows and freeing up staff who would otherwise be engaged in administrative tasks, freeing them up to deal with clients directly, to have more client-centric interactions. We also would realize efficiencies in things like grant writing, in things like keeping records, keeping metrics, automating forms. Again, just introducing efficiencies in everyday processes. And by doing that, I think we reduce a lot of the fear associated with AI. A lot of the ignorance is dispelled, and we begin to see its merits and demerits, and we recognize it for what it is, right? As a tool. When it comes to competitive collaboration, nonprofits are needing more and more to scale their operations, to realize economies of scale, or to be more capable of adaptation in an international world that requires interdependence and hierarchical networks of collaboration. So often we see those with whom we compete might also be those with whom we partner to try to get bigger grants or to try to administer larger programs and develop capacity. So we're in a strange period because trust is the new capital. And when it comes to trust and AI, there are a lot of things that we could do once that trust is developed, right? Sharing data, for instance, building joint data sets and data pools so that we're able to have more externally valid research conclusions. Partnering in designing and identifying problems. And often this happens reactively to an enemy or to an unsympathetic policy actor. What if we could do that preemptively? What if we recognized opportunities to collaborate that would be symbiotic, mutually beneficial, and help us to carry out programs with capacity? So our focus here is on value creation, and value creation often means that we can't operate as islands in a system that is interdependent. AI is part of that, and to develop trustworthy AI collaboration, we need to focus on having rigorously ethical data management practices throughout our networks. We need to focus on having solid cybersecurity practices and information. And we need to focus on having transparent communication about what data we're collecting, why we're collecting it, and what we hope to do with it. It's not only going to help scholars and practitioners to gain legitimacy in the use of AI, but it's also going to inform consumers. Because ultimately, we're driving value to consumers, whether we're in the public sector or the private sector or the nonprofit sector. So competitive collaboration is something that we often see, and one caveat is don't stretch yourself too far as a nonprofit manager. You want to hold on to your hedgehog, your central mission, your idea for existence, your raison d'etre. You want to hold on to that and not stretch yourself so far that you have to let one hand or another off of your hedgehog, your central mission, because at the end of the day, that's what differentiates you. And just because you're collaborating doesn't mean you have to give up your identity. In fact, you can use collaborative endeavors to enhance your identity by showing the things that you can do in a diverse set of skill areas or program delivery areas. So with that, I will leave you to check the article out. Hope you have a wonderful night.